ID. And then subject enemy index, which is action dot subject enemy index. Is this everything we need? Forcing, I don't think we care about. Target index 0. Let's just say, yeah, we'll add it in. And we'll also add in forcing just in case it matters. Now we can essentially recreate this action now since we've got everything in here. So we've created our own object, passing it in, well, pushing it into this array. So now we should see 3 different items or objects. Guard, heal on you, heal 2 on you, and heal 3 on you. ID 52, ID 53, ID 54, and 7 subject actor ID. Okay, so we have this array being built up now. Let's see if we can use this by overwriting what should happen. So it's here. Select the actions dot length is what we're looking for. That's probably why it wasn't triggering before. Let's just give it another quick run to make sure. So we'll say heal on you, heal on you. Oh, and it goes because it's 2. And yeah, it seems like at the moment it works when there's no combo. So I do need to update the on enemy OK to basically be the same as this. Scene battle prototype dot let's just make our own object to store these different functions. Skill blending equals skill blending or new object. Create action object. We're just going to make this a function. You pass in an action and it returns this thing here. There you go. It just helps to keep it a bit tidy, reusable. I can just call this now in the on enemy OK rather than having to copy all the code. But yeah, I do think this will be quite similar. Let's see. Ski blay Scene battle, enemy. Okay. So what do we have? You want to keep the action part. And we'll get the item from the action. And we'll check if it's a skill. Enemy okay. Okay, then we've got scene the action set target, which is cool. Then we'll do our blend action bit. Create action object. This selected actions, push, blend action. If this selected, otherwise we are doing this bit again, and this dot skill window dot show, and then activate. And may as well have this in here as well, just while we're testing and developing. Now in here is going to be when we catch skills that don't have a target. So we're just going to keep that top bit. Or say else we will run usual code. So if it doesn't need selection, we will run this kind of stuff again. So if it's not a skill, then we're going to run the original code, select action. We can actually make this one line. So if it doesn't need selection, or it's not skill, wait, hold on, and so if it doesn't need selection and it's not skill, so if it does need selection and it's an item, then it should still, hold on, and it's a skill, there we go. So if it doesn't need selection and it's a skill, then we'll run our code. Otherwise, all the other comparisons, all the other results, I guess, what I'm trying to say, we will run on select action, the regular code. Okay. Getting myself wound up in comparison bubbles. I feel a bit tired today. Maybe I should have a coffee or something. Okay, let's see. So we will do what we normally do, which is we'll do blend action equals skill blending create action object from the action. Then we'll say this dot selected actions dot push addon. So we push our action into it, and then we check if we've hit our limit or not. Then we will select next command, and I think that's it. Otherwise, it's just going to be this again, which it's been a couple of times now. Maybe it should be its own little function. Uh, so, select another skill. Maybe that's what we'll go with. So we can do this dot select another skill, and it will just run this. And we're going to have it here again. This select another skill. So it shouldn't matter what we pick now. If we, oh, okay, 93. I guess I should add in some kind of skill whitelist or blacklist just to say if these are picked, just continue. So it's one or two. Maybe I'll do that built in. Maybe there should be an option for it. How do I do an array in this? How do I add the plugins? Okay, so I would just do a separator. Yep, split. Okay. skip skill IDs. When these when these skills are selected, skip the skill blending. Yeah, skip skill blending. That's fine. So what do we call it? Just text? Yep. Wait. Type. There's no type. I guess it's by default string or text, sorry. So we'll just say 1, 2, skip skill IDs, const. We're going to split on the comma. And that's it, right? We don't need any other weird stuff. Don't really need all this, I don't think. Terminate. Oh, that's in case you have spaces. All right, let's go for it. So what this does is it grabs the string, because this is essentially just a string. So you grab the whole string and then you split it up on the comma. So it will say this is one thing, this is one thing. You know, I did actually want the other option of map number. That's a better option. I didn't know you could just put number in like that. That's pretty cool. So yeah, you get all the IDs in a string, you split it on the comma, and apparently this just says make it a number, which is pretty cool. So now skip skill IDs will be an array of numbers. And anywhere in here, if I catch that, so we can say if the item is a skill, but we can also start with oops, if the item dot, you know what, we do want to start with, if it's a skill, it's a bit more complicated. Okay, if it's not a skill, do this. Then we want to say just ID like that. If the item.id is included in this skip skill IDs. Then we just want to do this again. So we can still do this, but it's a bit more gross looking. I'm just going to stick with the easier to understand version. You can just say if it's not a skill, or if it is a skill and the ID is in this skip list. You could do that in a more of a one-liner style, but I think this is just more readable. Oh, you know what? I copy and pasted there when I really shouldn't have. This is on enemy, okay. And I copy and pasted this, which is very wrong now. Okay, so we say if this stuff is good to go, then great, move on. But then we also need to catch if the ID should be skipped, then we run the regular thing and return. So hopefully that's split of undefined. Probably should have had a or here. So this would now be either grab this if it exists, or just take this as a default, and then split and map it as a number. So if I just say guard seems fine, there was no hassle there. If I do attack, seems fine. Right, so let's say we want to do science. Oh, seals all enemies, so it just went straight through. Okay, cool. This does let us select. Looking good so far. And then it's moved on to his turn because we've selected 2 items. Cool. So, if we go back, I'm gonna do magic fire on you. It's hitting 3 again for some reason. When we go back here, does this not count as resetting? Oh, we are resetting the wrong thing. Selected actions. Okay, so hopefully now we can test this and we'll almost be done. We just need to change the skill that's being used. So let's go blah blah blah. So silence should just go. Okay, fire should allow us to select and then move on to Elliot. Okay, so if we cancel now, and then we select again, it's still not working. Okay. Let's get some logs back in here. Oh, hold on. Silly me. It's setting the selected actions. Does Battle Manager have access to the scene or not? And also, does Scene Battle understand when it's someone's turn? On select action. Oh, start actor. Oh, start actor selection might be better. So come on. Hopefully when the actor starts choosing, it will come up. Nope. Start actor selection doesn't seem to... Oh, you know what? That's probably if you select this. Yeah, there we go. Uh, I wonder. Start actor command selection. That that has got to be it. You can't get more spelled out than that. This has got to be what we're looking for. Drop it in here. Rip that line. Get rid of this. Come on. Yep. Okay. Lovely. So this is what we're looking for. This is where we want to erase the selected actions. Yeah, so the problem here was I was using this selected actions to get rid of the actions, but we're in the battle manager for this method, and so this is the battle manager, not the scene battle. So I wanted to find something exactly like this, where it's essentially the same thing. You're triggering at the same point, and then we just erase the selected actions. So let's get a quick alias going. Okay. So we'll just erase that, and then we will run just that, like that, and then get rid of this stuff. Okay, so that should be it now. So we go silence, yep, and then we go fire, yep. Now if we go back, it looks like it's already erased, which is cool. So we go fire 2, and it's still her choice. Okay, lovely. And we'll just go paralyze, and it moves on. Okay, right. So in here, every time we say, has it reached the point? Has it reached the maximum number of skills? We just say, okay, select next command. But before that, we need to overwrite with uh, some kind of blended skill. So how are we going to handle that? Um, yeah, how are we going to handle this? It's multiple skills. It would be nice to have it in here somewhere, but then you're looking at either having it, you say, what am I doing? Where's fire and everything? Okay. Like, if we have it in here and we say skill blend, then you've got something in here. Yeah, the different options here are we store on the result skill which skills need to be used to invoke it. So that means having something like Burning Blade, and on Burning Blade we say skill blend X and Y, and that means you must use X and Y to get Burning Blade. But then the problem with that means every time we select a skill, we need to look through every skill in the database to see if they match, which is not so good. So an alternative would be if you store it on the component skill, so you'd have fire, skill blend, and then you would say X is the other thing that you need to use, and Y is the result. But then that's kind of weird because that means you need to have this on X as well. So if this was, say, slash, the ID of slash would go there, and then here you would get the burning blade ID. That means on slash you maybe need to do the same thing. I'm not sure. I don't know. Maybe you could just do it on the one, but then I feel like that it feels incomplete. Like if you check out the slash skill, it may look like there is no combos because nothing's on that. It's only on fire. So really, this one seems better. I just worry about possible um, efficiency issues with some slowdowns if you need to look through every skill every time we click on an option. Maybe there's a better way of handling this that means it won't be that slow.